Monster Jam is an experience like no other. A phenomenon that is trending across the world. Born from raw power. Driven by fearless competitors. Strength is measured in horsepower. And emotions that are pushed to their edge. But the true force, the spark that ignites it all, is you, the fans.
You are the roar that pushes us to drive harder.
And go higher.
We need your energy.
So get up.
Get loud. Every clap.
Every cheer.
This is your house.
This is your moment.
We can feel it. We can hear you.
Are you ready?
I said, are you ready?
Are you ready?
Are you ready for Monster Jam?
Raleigh, this is Monster Jam!
It's time for the first competition of the night, JCB Racing. All 8 trucks have been seated into an order based on a random draw. Our drivers are going to take on the track and the clock, competing for the fastest time and the first 8 points of tonight's event. Raleigh, who's ready for JCB Racing?
Coming up first in JCB Racing, Chelsea Van Cleve, Sparkle Smash. Chelsea Van Cleve and Sparkle Smash trying to get the truck fired to make it to that line at the center of the Silanovo Center, trying to find the 4 green lights as we're ready to go green.
And the time for Sparkle Smash is 12.517.
That first time for Chelsea Van Cleve in Sparkle Smash, 12.517 as the trendsetter for the JCB Racing competition. Coming up next, it's the Crazy Bull, Ryan Vargas, El Toro Loco.
The time for El Toro Loco is 11.339, your new leader.
Ryan Vargas, El Toro Loco, setting the fastest time. He was the fastest in practice earlier on today. He sets an 11.339. Ryan Vargas and El Toro Loco to the top of the board. Now onto the starting line, Mark Hall, Raminator.
And the time for Raminator is 11.405.
Mark Hall, Raminator with a formidable run on the replay, getting over the pod, but sets an 11.405. Second on the board. Time to beat still 11.339 for Ryan Vargas and El Toro Loco. Raleigh, make sure to put those arms up for Joe Dennis Zombie.
And the time for Zombie is 11.509.
Joe Dennis and Zombie there setting a time for third. It's still Ryan Vargas, El Toro Loco at the top of the JCB Racing leaderboard with an 11.339. Raminator, Mark Hall, 11.405. Pretty close between the two. Joe Dennis, you just saw, set an 11.509 for Zombie. And Chelsea Van Cleve, Sparkle Smash with a 12.517 as we're halfway through JCB Racing. You see those red headlights turning on. Charlie Parkin, Gravedigger.
And the time for Gravedigger is 11.455.
Charlie Parkin and Gravedigger, third best in the leaderboard. 11.455, good enough for third.
Monster Jam fans, friendly reminder that the red, purple, and gray draping all around the center of the bowl, that is our safety holds. Please do not sit on them, put your legs on them, jackets. Make sure you keep everything in your seats and not on the safety holds. Thank you.
He's the 2025 Rising Star of the Year award winner, Brandon Arthur, JCB Digatron.
And the time for JCB Digatron is 10.227, your new leader.
Brandon Arthur and JCB Digatron, fastest on the board for JCB Racing at a 10.227, brand new leader with 2 trucks to go. Coming up next, it's Kurt Kramer, Ramdemption.
And the time for Ramdemption is 13.111.
Kurt Kramer, Ramdemption with a good time there, 13.111. That was a super glued to the action replay. Well, it's going to be 7th for Kurt Kramer and Ramdemption with just 1 truck to go in JCB Racing. And finally for JCB Racing, it's Michael Vaughters Jr., Megalodon.
And the time for Megalodon is 11.896.
Megalodon, Michael Waters Jr. coming around the corner on the track, making it over the pod. Our super glue glued to the action replay. But that means, Raleigh, that your winner for the JCB Racing competition is Brandon Arthur, JCB Digatron. Brandon Arthur, JCB Digatron with the first 8 points of the night, so we'll take the early lead as we head into the two-wheel skills challenge and Monster Jam Freestyle. It's 8 points given. You're able to win any of these competitions. Brandon Arthur and JCB Digatron with a head start in our first competition of the night from Raleigh.
Monster Jam makes some noise. Here he comes, running in all the way from outside. Your JCB Racing winner, Brandon Arthur, JCB Digatron. Congratulations, Brandon, on getting the JCB Racing win. You know, you weren't able to get a practice run in today, so this win's got to feel pretty good.
Yeah, you know, I had no idea what this dirt was going to feel like, and I guess I like it, I could say that much, but man, I was a little nervous out there. Obviously, we had some problems in practice, but the guys back there are working real hard. We had a few trucks down, and we all made it. We all got going, and that's what we're here for. We're here to have some fun, and I got to do that right now, and we're just getting started, man. We're just started with the race, JCB Racing, and being able to take the first event win of the night is awesome, so looking forward to it. Two-wheel skills is next, and we're looking to see what we can pull off there.
You said it, two-wheel skills challenge is coming up next. So as I mentioned, you didn't get a practice run, so now you've kind of gotten a taste for this dirt. How can you build on this momentum now that you know the track and really dominate in two-wheel skills?
It's going to be interesting. It's a little slippery out there, so we're going to have to definitely be on point to get the truck up there on that balance point. It's not always easy to do that. Sometimes, you know, we make it look so easy out there, and I can tell you that it's not. You know, we all struggle a little bit, but that doesn't matter. We're out here. We got 8 of the best drivers out here to come out here and put on an awesome event for you guys. I'm looking forward to it. I've been doing pretty good at two-wheel skills, so hoping to continue that here tonight and see what we can make happen. But it's Monster Jam. You never know what's going to happen, and that's the best part about it.
Well, congratulations again, everybody. Give it up for your JCB Racing winner, Brandon Arthur, JCB Digatron.
All right, Monster Jam fans, I can't just get this two-wheel skills challenge started all by myself. I'm going to need your help, so please look at the video board, clap with me, and follow along to the beat.
Ramming things up, it's Kurt Kramer in Ramdemption. All right, my friends, this is it. This is your first opportunity to score at judgeszone.com. Go to judgeszone.com or scan that QR code up on the video board. Type in that code, RAL, and lock in your scores in the next 20 seconds by sliding that BKT tire up or down to the score you wish to give. This is your first opportunity to score at judgeszone.com.
Kurt Kramer, Ramdemption with a great bar setting. Two-wheel skills challenge going up on the air. Of course, got to scan those QR codes, but the scoring is locked, Raleigh. So for Kurt Kramer and Ramdemption, the first score is a 3.963. It is the first score of the night among the Monster Jam trucks. So Kurt Kramer and Ramdemption with the top score so far. First attempt trying to get it on a popper there off the pod. But Chelsea Van Cleve Sparkle Smash with one more attempt in the two-wheel skills challenge.
Dazzling the competition, it's Chelsea Van Cleve Sparkle Smash. All right, everybody, this is it. 20 seconds on the clock to lock in your scores at judgeszone.com. Don't forget that code, RAL.
Chelsea Van Cleve in Sparkle Smash. First attempt for the popper to get it on the front two BKT tires. Second attempt, almost looked like a sky wheelie or a slap wheelie attempt. But there she is. Raleigh makes some noise for Chelsea Van Cleve Sparkle Smash. So Raleigh, the scores are locked, and the score for Chelsea Van Cleve is a 5.644. We have a brand new leader in the two-wheel skills challenge, Chelsea Van Cleve Sparkle Smash. Next up for two-wheel skills, it's Michael Waters Jr., Megalodon. Bit of a combo move on the first attempt. Here's the second.
He's a fish out of water. Make some noise for Michael Batters Jr., Megalodon. And you know what to do. Lock in those scores at judgeszone.com.
Michael Waters Jr. and Megalodon taking a bite out of the pod, looking to get on the front two BKT tires for a stoppie. Tried it again in the very same place. And now hopping out of his Monster Jam truck, makes a noise. Michael Waters Jr., Megalodon. As we wait for the scores from judgeszone.com, we're getting word the scores are locked. Raleigh, what did you think of this performance? Michael Waters Jr., Megalodon, a 5.279. Michael Waters Jr. ends up in second in the two-wheel skills challenge. He's the king of the undead. It's Joe Dennis, Zombie. A bit of a popper, stoppy by Joe Dennis and Zombie on the first attempt.
Bringing the thrills, it's Joe Dennis Zombie. Let us know what you think at judgeszone.com. Lock in your scores now. Scan that QR code. Use the code RAL.
How about it? Joe Dennis and Zombie putting the hands into the dirt. A little bit of a handstand there on the top of the pod. And Joe Dennis with a great two-wheel skills run. And the scores are locked. Joe Dennis, what do you think of the score? The score for Zombie is... Raleigh, there's a brand new leader in town. Joe Dennis, Zombie, an 8.764. Coming up next is Brandon Arthur, JCB Digatron. First attempt for Brandon Arthur and JCB Digatron, looking upwards towards the pod, and he still has one attempt to go to put on a good score.
Digging up the dirt, it's Brandon Arthur, JCB Digatron. Lock in your scores, my friends, at judgeszone.com.
Brandon Arthur, JCB Digatron, popping it onto the pod, getting those two front BKT tires down low, the rear BKT tires up in the air, reaching the summit here at the Lenovo Center. Raleigh, make some noise. Brandon Arthur, JCB Digatron. And the scores are in Raleigh. JCB Digatron, Brandon Arthur, the score is a 7.924. That's second place for the two-wheel skills challenge. Hard to tame the bull, Ryan Vargas, El Toro Loco. Making a pop on the pod, Ryan Vargas. First attempt for Ryan Vargas and El Toro Loco. Remember, the score to beat is an 8.764 from Joe Dennis and Zombie. And up on the pod.
Get your Toro horns up for Ryan Vargas, El Toro Loco. And then go lock in those scores at judgeszone.com. Use the code RAL.
Ryan Vargas, El Toro Loco, hopping out of the Monster Jam truck in his first Monster Jam start of 2026. Taking a look out to the crowd. Turn that bull 90 degrees twice on both attempts for Ryan Vargas. The score is... an 8.507. Remember, it's an 8.764. Joe Dennis and Zombie with the lead. But Ryan Vargas and El Toro Loco second on the board as we look at the super glued to the action replay. Here was popping up on the pod, getting it on the front two tires, the nose digging into the dirt, blowing the smoke as El Toro Loco always famously does. Pop it, lock it, polka dot it right on the pod. On the two attempts for Ryan Vargas and El Toro Loco. Next up, it's Mark Hall, Raminator.
here in the Two Wheel Skills Challenge. Log in those scores at judgeszone.com.
Mark Hall and Raminator with those 2 attempts on the pod. Almost looked like he wanted to have a wheelie there on the back two BKT tires and had it on the pod. But Mark Hall and Raminator, as we take a look at the super glued to the action replay, there's the attempt, getting the front tires and trying to put it into reverse, pinning this 12,000-pound Monster Jam truck, trying to get it in the air. But Mark Hall and Raminator, the scores are locked. And it's a 4.272. Mark Hall and Raminator in 6th place for the Two Wheel Skills Challenge. He's bad to the bone. Charlie Parkin, Grave Digger.
Charlie Pocket, Grave Digger. All right, everybody, this is your last chance to score at judgeszone.com. In the Two Wheel Skills Challenge, scan the QR code, judgeszone.com.
Charlie Pocket and Grave Digger coming out onto the pod. Wanted to get the potential moonwalk action going on the front BKT tires right off of the pod on both attempts, then tried to put it back on top of the pod, but the scoring is locked for Charlie Pocket and Grave Digger, and it's a 4.009, 7th on the board, and that means, Raleigh, your winner of the Two Wheel Skills Challenge is Joe Dennis, Zombie.
Congratulations, Joe Dennis, a Zombie, not only getting the Two Wheel Skills win, busting out the moves. Tell me, how good does it feel to start off this weekend with this win under your belt?
Man, these fans are so awesome. I was out here greeting the fans earlier, and that energy just brought me all the way through Two Wheel Skills. I got my family out there, Uncle Jeffrey, Auntie Freddie, my cousin Jasmine's out here, and thank you so much, Monster Jam fans here in Raleigh. It's so amazing.
Well, I don't know if you can see from your truck with the helmet on, everyone had zombie arms. They were giving you the love. Now, we got only one competition coming up left, and that is, of course, everyone's favorite Monster Jam Freestyle. What can these amazing fans expect to see from you in Zombie?
So I'm hoping to take that momentum from the Two Wheel Skills and bring that over to Freestyle, because I know you guys want to see that Monster Jam truck jump over this pod. Monster Jam fans, are you ready for Freestyle?
Keep it going, everybody, and keep it going. Joe Dennis, Zombie.
USFMX.
Raleigh, keep it going. Let's show these guys some love. These are the members of your Freestyle Motocross team. Coming up first, it's Scotty Scrub. rewind, reverse it, flip it back. We're going to bring him back to the ramp. Our first rider here in our lineup. Raleigh, make some noise for the one and only Scotty Scrub from Council Bluffs, Iowa. Coming up next from Twin Falls, Idaho, it's Willie Elam. Our next rider from Templeton, Massachusetts, Brody Wilson. And last but certainly not least, it's Kyron from Ursa, Arlene, Montana. Raleigh, they're just getting warmed up. We got 2 more warm-up jumps to go before we get into this next competition. If you're liking what you're seeing, let me hear you make some noise! All right, we got one final jump in this practice, and then this competition's going down. Give it up one more time. We got Scotty Scrub. Willie Elam. Brody Wilson. And last but certainly not least, Kyron Ursua. Monster Jam fans, it is time for the FMX Best Trick Competition. Each of our riders will have one attempt to throw down their best high-flying trick while flying from one side of the arena to the other. But remember, here at Monster Jam, you are the official judges. So when these riders land on the ramp, you're taking out your phones, you're going to judgeszone.com, and you're locking in your score for what you think is the best trick. So riders, if you're ready, Raleigh, are you ready? This is the FMX Best Trick Competition.
Coming up first in our FMX Best Trick Competition, hailing from Council Bluffs, Iowa, and a rider who's been on a bike since age 13. Give it up for Scotty Scrub.
Scoring is open for Scotty Scrub. Go to judgeszone.com and lock in your scores now. What you think of that trick?
Well, that's why they call him Scotty Scrub, Raleigh. Take a look at this. A nasty whip right to the side. That's a scrub. Just getting that bike nearly perpendicular on the side and landing it right on the ramp. Scotty Scrub with the first trick of the night. Scoring is locked, and the score for Scotty Scrub is 7.400. Scotty Scrub with the first trick of the competition, and will set the bar with his score. Up next, coming from Twin Falls, Idaho in his Yamaha YZ450, a winner in gold in the Winter X Games in Aspen, Colorado. Put your hands together for Willie Elam.
Let us know what you think of that trick at judgeszone.com.
Revving up the Yamaha YZ450 on a fantastic whip to the side. That's a backflip, folks. Here in Raleigh, that is looking out to the side, getting the bars to the left, and steering out that bike and landing it perfectly. Willie Elam from Twin Falls, Idaho on the second trick. The scoring is locked, Raleigh. What's the score for Willie Elam? And it's a brand new leader, 8.286. Willie Elam to the top. Third in our FMX Best Trick competition, a rider who's been competing with Monster Jam for 20 years. Give it up for Brody Wilson from Templeton, Massachusetts.
Brody said, look, no hands. Be sure to lock in your score at judgeszone.com. Brody Wilson, no hands needed.
Look at that. Mama, no hands. Brody Wilson with the backflip. If you thought the first backflip was good, we love the backflips around here. Brody Wilson with the backflip, and the Massachusetts native third in this Spec Trick competition. Let's see the scores for Brody Wilson. And once again, Monster Jam fans, it's a brand new leader, 8.919. Brody Wilson, first in the competition. And finally, in our FMX Best Trick competition, from Raleigh, Montana, who's been riding since age 14, make some noise for Kyron Ursua.
Kyron Ursua, and be sure to lock in your scores at judgeszone.com. That's the last trick. Will it be the winner? You tell us at judgeszone.com.
Kyron Ursua giving us a spectacle at the summit. Backflip, legs out. Just letting that bike hang in the air for as long as possible. That's some serious airtime. And Kyron Ursua, score to beat is from Brody Wilson. Will it be enough? His score is Kyron Ursua, 9.548. And the winner of the FMX Best Trick Competition.
Raleigh, do you want to see more FMX? Because it's time for our grand finale. I need you to keep the energy going because this is our FMX trains. But let me break this down for you, my friends. This is how it's going to go down. The louder we are, the higher, the crazier these guys are going to go. So let them hear you. Make some noise! What also makes these trains really cool is they're going to go one right after the other, non-stop action. Raleigh, let them hear you, because here they come! They gave us a nice little whip train, all 4 in a row, but I don't know about you, Raleigh. It's Saturday night, and I want to see these guys go crazy! We're going to do that train one more time. All right, everybody, here they come. Let them hear you. Get loud, get loud! Now that was pretty good. But Raleigh, I think if we get loud enough, we can get all 4 of them to backflip. One right after the other. What do you say to that? My friends, this is the final jump for our riders this evening. So keep it going. Show them some love. And give it up one more time for Scotty Scrub, Willie Elam, Brody Wilson, and Kyron Ursua. Congratulations, Kyron, getting the first win here of the night. Tell me and tell these fans a little bit about the trick you did that secured you tonight's win.
Yeah, it's a indie flip. Basically, you pull for a flip, jump off the thing, and kick your legs, try to give it some style.
Now, we talked a little bit earlier, and we talked about how this is kind of your first time with some of these riders this weekend, getting to compete against these guys. How great does it feel to come out on top?
Oh, it's a blast. I mean, we're all just really good friends, and I mean, I talk to these guys like every day, so it's just fun.
Now, I don't know if you have watched other people in the sport as you grew up and have some role models out there, but I imagine tonight you're walking away a role model for a lot of these kids in the audience. So if anyone out there wanted to do what you do, if they want to become a rider, what would be your best piece of advice?
Yeah, I mean, I got a couple pieces. Always have fun, and always wear your helmet and your boots.
Good advice. What do you say, Monster Jam fans? Give it up one more time for your FMX Best Trick winner, Kyron Ursua. We've reached the pinnacle of tonight's event. This is Monster Jam Freestyle! Keep it going for Kurt Kramer, Redemption. You know what to do, Monster Jam fans. Lock in those scores now at judgeszone.com.
Kurt Kramer, Ramdemption with the first freestyle run of the night, getting all over the ramps and taking that Ram truck sky high right there on top of the pod, just bouncing on all those BKT tires, taking the air again on the wheelie. And our super glued to the action replay final jump there in his final attempt. So the scores are locked, Raleigh. The score for Kurt Kramer and Ramdemption is a 4.787. He's the first truck to go on Monster Jam Freestyle, so for now, it will be the top score on the board. Up next, it's Mark Hall, Raminator. For Mark Hall, Raminator. Be sure to show him some love at judgeszone.com. Lock in your scores in the next 20 seconds. Mark Hall and Raminator serving us a good old-fashioned donut. Take a look at the super glued to the action replay. The sky wheelie off of the pod, back onto all four BKT tires, taking it back to the ramp, sending it through the air. The Ram truck horns out, doing what he can, and good old-fashioned donut to finish it off. The score for Mark Hall and Raminator is 6.331, and that gets Mark Hall and Raminator to the top of the board.
I'm Chelsea Van Cleve, and it's time for Sparkle Smash Freestyle. Let's go!
She's a hometown favorite, Chelsea Van Cleve, Sparkle Smash.
Bedazzling in this freestyle, it's Chelsea Van Cleve Sparkle Smash. Lock in those scores, Monster Jam fans, at judgeszone.com.
Sparkle Smash with a formidable Monster Jam freestyle run. Chelsea Van Cleve giving some spectacles to the hometown fans here in North Carolina. Carolina, make some noise. Chelsea Van Cleve. All right, Raleigh, the scores are locked for Chelsea Van Cleve and Sparkle Smash, and the score is 6.042. That'll put Chelsea Van Cleve and Sparkle Smash into second on the freestyle leaderboard. The bell tolls for one and one only. Charlie Parkin, Grave Digger. Lining up for the Morgan and Morgan backflip. Here it is.
Keep it going and show some love to Charlie Parkin, Grave Digger. And be sure to lock in your scores at judgeszone.com.
Charlie Parkin and Grave Digger to the skies, taking us through the Morgan and Morgan backflip. Do one for me, Charlie Parkin and Grave Digger. Super glue, glued to the action replay shows you it all. Great speed coming onto the pod, taking the sky wheelie, saving it off the bobble as he came back down, getting some more momentum onto the ramps from the pod, and then sealing it, of course, with the Morgan and Morgan backflip. Charlie Parkin, Grave Digger, what a run. And the score is locked, Monster Jam fans. The score for Charlie Parkin and Grave Digger is bad to the bone in all categories, 9.424. Grave Digger and Charlie Parkin with the new score to beat. Coming up next in freestyle, it's Joe Dennis, Zombie.
get those zombie arms up for Joe Dennis, Zombie. And be sure to lock in your scores at judgeszone.com.
Joe Dennis and Zombie putting those zombie arms to the roof. Joe Dennis on the Monster Jam Freestyle. Make some noise, Raleigh. And the scores are locked. Joe, you want to see that score? All right, Joe Dennis and Zombie, third place, 6.120 for Joe Dennis and Zombie.
Monster Jam fans, I got a special someone here in the crowd who's going to help me bring out our next driver.
Monster Jam fans, get your horns up for my son, Ryan Vargas.
El Toro Loco. You mess with the bull, you get the horns. Ryan Vargas, El Toro Loco. Make sure to lock in your scores at judgeszone.com.
Let's take a look at the super glue glued to the action replay. Ryan Vargas, El Toro Loco, jumping through all the ramps, taking this bull to new heights. Sky wheelie up there, taking some air, blowing the smoke, and just curling around the track. Big air that time on the rear BKT tires. Make some noise for Ryan Vargas and El Toro Loco. All right, Raleigh, the scores are locked. The score for Ryan Vargas and El Toro Loco is... Low shrug, 6.050 gets Ryan Vargas and El Toro Loco fourth on the freestyle leaderboard. Coming up next, it's Brandon Arthur, JCB Digatron. And as Brandon Arthur gets ready for his freestyle run, he has won the St. Jude Ambassador of the Event Award. So put your hands together, Brandon Arthur, JCB Digatron. Monster Jam fans, the clock paused right there on the video board from the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Safety officials will try and let Brandon Arthur and JCB Digatron fire up that Monster Jam truck once again and continue his freestyle run. So Brandon Arthur and JCB Digatron, that run will qualify. Well, since he didn't make 15 seconds on the run, the score's not there, but still, make some noise, put your hands together. The St. Jude ambassador of the event, Brandon Arthur. All right, Raleigh, let's take a look at our freestyle competition leaderboard with the final truck remaining. Score to beat remains a 9.424 for Charlie Bakken and Grave Digger, giving us a Morgan & Morgan backflip. Mark Hall and Raminator in second with a 6.331. Zombie, El Toro Loco, and Sparkle Smash rather close in their scoring sheets. Third, fourth, and fifth. Kirk Kramer, Ramdemption, a 4.787. And the JCB Digatron machine with Brandon Arthur behind the wheel will score as a DNF with one more truck left. Swimming into the Lenovo Center and final driver on the board for freestyle, Michael Waters Jr., Megalodon.
Get your shark fins up for Michael Waters Jr. Megalodon. And then be sure to get in your final score of the night at judgeszone.com.
Flapping those fins, but a big old bite. Michael Waters Jr. and Megalodon at our final freestyle run of the night. Curling around the track, hopping onto the pod, giving us a bit of sky wheelie action and almost a bit of some moonwalking. But for Michael Waters Jr., the scores are in. The score for Michael Waters Jr. is 6.577. Monster Jam fans, you put in a score of 7.855. He will be second, and that means that your winner in Monster Jam Freestyle is, you know the song, you know the name, Charlie Bakken, Grave Digger. And the BKT overall event champion is at the end of night one here in Raleigh, Ryan Vargas, El Toro Loco. A huge BKT overall event championship for Ryan Vargas in his first Monster Jam start of 2026. Make some noise, North Carolina. Final leaderboard, 7 in racing, 7 in skills, 4 in freestyle. Ryan Vargas, the BKT overall event champion. Put those hands together. Look at the fist bumps. This means so much to Ryan with his mom in attendance. And the hometown crowd of North Carolina, Ryan Vargas, El Toro Loco, the BKT overall event champion.
A huge congratulations, Ryan Vargas, El Toro Loco. Tell me, how good does this win feel knowing Mom's here tonight?
Mom's here, got my crew chief on the ARCA team here, my trainers here, lots of friends and family watching at home. Raleigh, what did you think of that?
Well, congratulations. We are just so excited for you. You know, we got 2 more events happening here this weekend. Is there anything you want to say to these fans? Encourage them to come back and see you dominate all weekend long.
I mean, you took the words right out of my mouth. It's 25 years of El Toro Loco, 25 years of the Crazy Bull, and I'm absolutely ready to throw down 2 more times tomorrow. So make sure you get your tickets if you haven't yet. I know there's some available. Make sure you get here, and I am so excited to throw down once again, twice, for you Raleigh fans.
Keep it going, everybody. Your BKT overall event champion, Ryan Vargas, El Toro Loco. But we can't go anywhere without talking to our freestyle winner. Everybody, please make some noise for Charlie Pocken, Gravedigger, as he makes his way up to the pod. Charlie, we're glad to see you out here. What a way to end this thing tonight. Is there anything you want to say to these fans?
Oh, man, I just want to say thank you for coming out here tonight, making part of history for Monster Jam. I love each and every one of you for coming out here, spending your hard-earned dollar. There's nothing like Monster Jam for the family. I've been doing this for 39 years, coming out here and having a blast with you, all because of you, our great Monster Jam fans. Thank you.